Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. We're about to head out on the Zwift. Uffe's already pretty much finished this, probably. I think Uffe's finished. Never mind, finish this. I am not racing. Maybe 2.5.
And you should not do Tour de Zwift.
No, it seems there's quite a few others around here that are not racing. I mean, yeah.
That's how it is for the first 500 meters.
Someone went the wrong way there.
I hate when people cannot settle into the fact that I'm going to stay in their wheel. Why make it so difficult? Oh, every time the same game. So all have trouble to stay in their wheel, and then they start the sprint at 500 meters, which is just what I want them to do. I mean, that's silly.
Tell you what else is silly, Uffe. Me not having made a bottle up. I've got nothing to drink. Too busy sorting stream stuff out. Can I have some of yours?
Yeah, for sure. I got thirsty just by that remark. So now I booked my plane tickets to cab, so
nice.
I'm all set. I ended up doing the easy thing because I was just so happy how it worked with United last year. And then I looked at some cheaper flights, actually also faster via Salt Lake. But then I went to the KLM website and it's code sharing. So they say, okay, you can bring sports equipment, blah, blah, blah. So you read 7 pages and then they say, oh yeah, if code sharing, you need to check with the other companies. So that I cannot handle. I mean, that code sharing, you should be able to regard it as one company, but that's not how it works with KLM.
Where are you flying through? Chicago?
Way out Houston and then back via Chicago.
Okay.
So the trick is I will do immigration in Houston and I have 5 hours, so it's super relaxed.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could cut maybe even 3 hours of that trip, but I'm going to get in the evening anyway and check into a hotel. So yeah, it's also actually, I like the way that it breaks the trip into 2 halves. Yeah, it's just that last year was just, compared to British Airways, I'm afraid to say, was just so painless. So I thought I'd do the same again. Probably they will disappoint me hugely this year.
Yeah. So, how much of a layover have you got in Chicago?
That's only 50 minutes, so that's going to be tight.
Okay.
I mean, going back, just it feels like domestic because you're flying faster because you're going with the jet wind, and the 50-minute stopover. So it just, you feel you arrive. Yeah, it's a really short trip compared to the outgoing one.
I won't come down and say hello then.
No, I think that's a bad idea. If you want to come down, it has to be Tucson. It would have been kind of cool with Salt Lake, because then I would have been greeting Justin at 6 o'clock in the morning, heading back to Salt Lake and telling him, well, I'll be landing there this afternoon and you will still be on the road. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe it's general in the US, but United is just so easy. You don't have to advise them of anything with your suitcase. You don't even have to pay in advance. You just show up with your 2 bags and swipe your credit card, and then you go. No stress. I mean, the other airlines is always, they have this procedure that you have to pre-register, and then you have to call a number, and they don't know what you're talking about, but they say kind of okay. So it's always a gamble when you turn up at the airport.
Yeah.
With United, it was just super smooth. And they even paid me into the lounge at the stop in Houston. I didn't see anything of that this year, so maybe it will not happen. But that was super nice. And I'm a bit of a daredevil, so I don't mind flying over the Atlantic in a Boeing airplane.
Just check all the bolts. Take a screwdriver with you.
Yeah, I mean, last year when I flew, it was just when they had lost the wheel, and I actually saw United load 4 airplane wheels into the cargo hub of one of the planes. But I guess it was. I guess
just in case.
Yeah,
just in case he has to pull over and change one.
Yes. Should actually get outside this afternoon, because now the weather is actually nice. It's still not super cold and the sun is shining. The wind has laid down, but we'll see. I'll have a nice hot bath, and then I'll take the decision. It's probably going to be not going outside.
Well, the sun is out. The sky is blue. There isn't a cloud to spoil my view, but it's raining. Raining in my heart.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We had it yesterday here. It was just a miserable day. Very windy. But today is nice for once. So that's good. Okay.
That was a real say so.
Yeah. All
right.
I mean, this format sort of Zwift is actually perfect, because you can make it exactly what you want, and you're not going to be riding alone. There was 850 in our ride.
I'm 132 here right now, and I'm 185th.
I mean, they should have more rides like that, because you can just check in, and then if you want to make a fast race, you just find a group, and you don't need to worry about categories or what. You just find the group that suits you.
Yeah.
I think I'll try to do more, because it was the same with those festive rides. It was a little bit the same. I mean, there's something for everybody, and then only humiliation was to be caught up by an event, but I could have told myself that would happen. Okay, I'm on. See you.
Bye, Uffe. Cheers, buddy. Have a good one. No, I guess I'm all on my own. Oh well. decide whether I want to use this as a route on the Friday ebb. See how long it takes. Now I'm thinking it's probably be 2 laps. We'll see though. Okay, I'll put really good. Sun's out in London now. It was dark when I went in there. There's Bernard. Bernard the palm tree. The only palm tree I know of in London. Been watching from the start. Yeah, I did an numpty thing. I forgot to fill my bottles up. I was too busy messing around with stream stuff. I'm a bit thirsty now. I'll wait 18 minutes for my coffee stop. Well, I don't know. Finish this lap. Start on the next one, coffee stop, fill a bottle. Here we go. That's the plan. We're from here. God, it's supposed to be flat. Says it in the name. Oh yeah, we go down Northumberland Ave now, back towards the start. Almost at super tuck speed then. wanting to reach down and get something to drink here. Randy went live. What Randy's riding. Bit of an uphill towards the finish. We'll finish on the bridge. Tower Bridge. It'll be about a 20-minute lap. Ebb pace. Sort of. No, it might be a bit short for an ebb. 2 laps. Unless I make it distance based. And see how far we get in 45 minutes. Might make it a distance based one. Out of this tunnel, start climbing up towards the finish banner and go out over Tower Bridge. Lap ends there. Start finish banner on the mini map. There it is ahead. Going on through that, you'll get a power up. Ten minutes and we can get a coffee stop and get a drink. The last little climbs, it's a little bump up ahead there. Oh dear. The tower on the right. And Pens on the left. See how many people stop now. And how many carry on. Let's finish. So, out of my tower. 20 minutes 50. Now it's probably a little faster than the ebb. But yeah, we could do 2 laps. Oh look. I get socks. Yay. Thank you, Zwift. And the TT bike in front of me. Got this one down a bit. 20:38. That first lap. We don't have the lead in this time. What we do it in? Little bump. This is the longest climb on this route. There we go. And the TT bike's only doing 2:4, so I'm going to stick with him. We've dropped to 1:9. Oh well. I am parched. I need a drink. My throat's dry. Now he's up to it. Planning on going for a swim today in the pool at work. My team leader was in the office yesterday. Found out that pool's closed today because they couldn't get a lifeguard. Oh well. No swim for me. Let's see which routes we're throwing further Zwift next week. I've got 2 route badges to get now. The Petit Juliet, which I know is up starting on the 26th of the month. And what's the other one? Yorkshire Double Loop. I hope we see that one on TeamODZ Zwift soon. Oh, excuse me. Here's that Recon. Ahoy, ahoy.
I think I got pulled, or at least tweaked my sole just a tad.
So the devil's not going to have it now then. Your soul.
You know that. Ow. Like,
Or did you
usually
say
I tweak
shoulder?
it. Well,
I heard
kind
soul.
of shoulder. Oh, I said sole. Because it's that
Okay.
spot like in between, you know? It's like it hurts when I breathe, or it's like not that bad yet, but I know what it's going to be tomorrow. Oh, but yeah, it's that spot, kind of not really your chest, not really your back. I think it's your soul that you tweak at that point. Usually it comes from like stretching in the morning or something, but this was from doing press.
I'd start playing the fiddle so the devil can't take your soul.
Well, but that's a gamble, because I think in that one, if you can't play it, then the devil gets your soul.
Yeah, I'd go back to eating beans. I'm sure you can eat more beans than the devil. I don't know anyone that could beat you in a bean eating contest.
Speaking of beans, so yesterday, I had the family size can for lunch, and as the first one of the week. So my body was fresh, ready to digest it. And would you believe I went all day with not a single release of gas until I got into bed? All of a sudden I changed positions or something. I don't know what it was, but all of a sudden I was like, oh, here it is. And so that there was only one. I only counted one yesterday, one fart. And of course it just had to be in bed with my wife right there to comment about it. And boy, did she comment about it.
It was the bed springs here.
They were all right. I tried to do my best to I didn't want to trap it. I wanted it to air out. So I lifted the covers, very strategically, but hoping she wouldn't notice. And then I was just pretty much putting all my trust in the airflow in the room, and apparently not the proper airflow. She accused me of eating whatever the cats are eating, because you said it smelled the same. And I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, That's my Monday. How was your Monday?
My Monday. No, just getting ready to shut my computer down at the end of yesterday, and guy calls me. You busy? No, I just got about to go and spend the evening with my family. We've got a problem on the wireless bridge on TM4 Crane. Okay. I'm thinking, go open a ticket like you're supposed to. But I didn't say that, and I looked at it. And they shot themselves in their own foot, really.
I would have asked him to please start speaking English.
No, he was speaking English.
Well, I didn't understand any of it.
Well, my group has left me behind now.
Are you, what are you doing?
Well, I just did London flat on TeamODZ, like I said in the message earlier.
Yep.
I'm about to see Bernard. Come on, Bernard.
Nice. How's he holding up in the London weather?
Well, I'll find out in a second. He'll be dead ahead.
As ever.
You can get over this bridge here. Oh, I can take a coffee stop now. Some numpty. I forgot to fill his water bottles up before we started this morning. I was that busy trying to sort stream stuff out.
How'd that go?
Well, the changes I've made seem to be working, but I don't know that it'll have the desired effect on Twitch. We'll see. So when you stream from OBS into Twitch, you have some additional settings. It knows that you're streaming to Twitch. Oh, the guy that I'm coffee stopping on has just stopped. Yeah, so you've got these extra settings, and one of them is to configure the stream. So audio track 2 is a track that's used for the video on demand. Well, I'm not streaming to Twitch, I'm streaming to Restream, and Restream's streaming to Twitch. And I don't get that setting. So I might have done this all for nothing from that perspective, but it has given me other benefits. So even if this doesn't work, I'll stick with it, I think. A little bit more work before I go live. Got to start things up in a very specific order. Much better now. I've got something to drink. Catch up on my fluids. Like a sponge. Need to drink. Ow. What was that for?
Oh, my back is just so messed up right now. Pretty sure it's just my sciatic nerve all agitated, but
Okay. Yeah, I guess this will do us for the 2 laps of London Flat.
did you notice that for the routes they've added more precise times?
No, I didn't.
I'm guessing maybe it's based off of the rider's average, maybe, or something. Saying like road to sky is about an hour. That seems a little fast for me, for my average riding. Okay. Okay.
minutes. 10k to go. Close. Ooh.
I'm going to try to do this at 100% difficulty and keep my power down. Make it kind of a strengthening workout. Let's see.
I'm going to finish this
See,
kilometer, I should say.
that I can do. That I'll do this in an hour, but my PR for the whole road to Sky route is 61:07. I'm guessing that's the one we did that I did with Annette, but that was 44 minutes up the Alp. Does it really take 15 minutes to get to the Alp? I can't be right.
No. No.
Maybe it's going off of something else. Maybe it was the last one I did or something. That's still the one that every so often they'll send me a random message saying, I was thinking about that Alp we did a couple months ago. I don't think I can do that now. I think that whole block, and what the numbers show, that was definitely my peak of the season, of the year, was that whole block of time.
Got here.
kind of feel like I'm fighting a cold, unless if it's just winter this time of year, that you just always feel like you're on the verge of a cold. Strangest thing right now though, like it's like the temperature when you look at it doesn't show it as cold as it really is here. There's like a whole feels like effect going on right now.
Yeah.
Like even my car is experiencing it where it's taking a really long time to heat up. Usually it's pretty fast. So my truck just doesn't even get warm. My truck definitely has a heating problem.
Sounds like you're I think of the word.
Yeah, wow. It's been happening to me lately. Whenever someone can't remember the word, I can't either for some reason. Heater core.
No.
Not that one? No. But I mean the car is working fine. Like I went to pick up Grace last night.
Thermostat,
And-
there you go. I got there.
Nah, it's fine on the car.
So
But it's like there's just some
So
weird
like-
effect going on that like pulling in the outdoor air wasn't heating fast enough. And so when I got to the high school to pick up Grace, then it was still cold and I'm like, uh-oh, what's wrong with the car? And then I switched it to just inside cycling and it started warming up a little bit. And then after that, once we got driving, it was fine. It just needed a little bit longer to heat up.
So the thermostat blocks water from flowing around the radiator and the heater core until the engine block is warmed up. I mean, there's no point pumping water through the heater core if it's cold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if the thermostat's not working properly, then yeah.
Which
Mind you-
that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Because that car is getting pretty old now. My truck, it's probably totally the deal, but the thing is, it hasn't gone any further, which, I mean, usually a thermostat gets a little worse over time. But that thing's just been steadily kind of broken for as long as I've had it. 5 years now, 6 years.
The other thing
Ever
it could
since I
be is
got it from my brother.
an airlock in the pipework to the heater core.
That. Yeah, I'm hoping the car's all set, but so far though, Mazda, that's a pretty good vehicle brand.
Yeah.
I'm definitely impressed. I would kind of like a truck, 'cause it is nice to have one on hand, and I don't drive very much myself. But I know if I got a new vehicle myself, that it would probably start getting driven more. Probably Heidi would end up driving it, so might as well just get whatever she wants, which would probably be another Mustang. I'm the one that drives the old vehicles because I pay attention to them. I can tell if it's going to be serious or not. But yeah, it was weird because normally there's no heating issues in that car. But man, last night I think it's just because there's a significant wind chill going on right now. But it's making the heat pumps not work very well. And yeah, it was just kind of crazy. Because it's just been steadily the lows are I think last night's low was only went down to 10 degrees. I mean, that's still cold, but the way everything's acting, it's as if we went into the negatives.
Yeah.
But that is the feels like temperature is dipping into the negatives overnight. and stay in the single digits all day. Ooh, yesterday I got to work, and so there's a group of Greek gentlemen that have been in Orono, where the brewery is. They've been in Orono for a while now, and they've gradually just been buying properties and starting businesses, and selling the businesses to employees, for on the cheap, and then doing that whole thing. But pretty much one of them, he owns pretty much all the property around the brewery, and he stopped by yesterday. All of a sudden he just came through the door, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Can I use your fork truck?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "The one problem though is the battery is pretty low right now, because we only start it for a little bit at a time, so it doesn't recharge, so you're gonna want to keep it on." And so there's a slight language barrier I can feel every time, and he was like, "Oh, I'll go get my mechanic." And I'm like, "Huh?" oh, all right, whatever. Did he really say what I thought he just said? So then next thing you know, 5 guys walk in with him. One of them, I can tell, speaks English very well. Probably doesn't speak Greek, but the rest all had the accents. And very nice guys. And I don't know why they came in, but we did that. I started up. Next thing I know, he's like, "I'd like you to drive it." And I was like, oh, okay, now we're not borrowing it. I was like, all right, cool.
No, they are.
Which I was
borrowing it. Well, they're borrowing you as well.
And me. Which, because we're so close together, good to do favors like that, because there's times where we get customers blocking the private road that goes into his area, and he never complains about it and all that stuff. So, and he's done us favors before. There's been times we've been at one of his restaurants and he comes out and comps us. So yeah, I'm open for favors. But it ended up being really fun. It was super cold, but I didn't really notice because I was having so much fun. But he wanted to move this huge cement block from the top of a retaining wall down to the bottom of the retaining wall. But the problem was that it's under his deck, which his deck was like a split level deck. Mm-hmm. So that required me to go off-roading with the fork truck, which is always scary. and then come around the back side and go under the deck, which then limited how much I could lift the forks.
Yeah.
So at first it was like, ooh, I'm not gonna be able to lift the forks enough to get up that high to get that block. But that's right where I needed to go, was right where the deck split up to another level. So it gave me a little more room to go up. The only problem was from the front of my forks to that retaining wall and where that was, I had like maybe 2 centimeters of clearance.
Wait a minute. Did you just say centimeters?
I did.
Have you completely converted to metric?
Language. I'm trying.
Carry on.
But so that's like a centimeter for each side. So I'm like going up with it and like moving the main frame of it that the forks are attached to at the bottom, moving that up into the in between the split level of the deck, and just so close to it, and then just barely scraping the retaining wall, which is all like very nice, like, you know, like concrete form to look like rock type stuff. And But it ends up going up. But then after that, you know, it's like I'm moving backwards with the block once we get it on. And of course, Greek guys, they're not. There's a lot of hey, whoa, going on. A lot of shouting. And so I'm moving back with it. I can see how much room I have. But they're still hollering at me, which was, I don't know, it was fun. I liked it. I thought it was a challenge, and I pulled it off perfectly. So it was good. Then afterwards, he was going to give me money. I said, no. This is a favor to get you back for all the favors you've done for us. Neighborly favors. And yeah, so that was fun. Plus, I had a good time with it. I like a nice little physical or like hand-eye coordination challenge like that. But with how touchy that fork truck is, because we were given a very, I mean, it was a nice fork truck in its day, and it lifts a lot of weight, but it's no longer in its prime. So it's extremely touchy. You really got to be used to it. And I would say I am. They probably would have taken something out with it. But yeah, it was perfect. It was like as if the deck was built perfectly for it. It almost felt like it was a game designed for me at that moment, where it was like, here, can you fit in this block in this tiny little spot? It is the perfect size so that you can do it. You just have to figure out how to do it. Yeah, I think I need to put the difficulty down just a little bit. It's forcing me in this zone. That much. Hey, Owen.
Hey there, Owen.
How do you do?
How are you doing?
Yeah. How you doing?
So I had to play around with the audio settings on OBS yesterday, Owen, in an attempt to try and set things up so Twitch does not get... no one says he's cold. Sat at his desk with his coat and hat on.
Yeah. I'm dealing with the same thing here. It is extremely cold.
Chatted with, you were yesterday? Chatted with Bardi. And decided on a plan of action to try and prevent the VODs, Twitch VODs, from being muted. But I don't know that it's going to work for me because we stream through Restream, and Restream is missing some of the settings that I need to make. So, well, if nothing else, it's given me a couple of other benefits. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we are currently owing degrees of Celsius. We are in the red. And the wind is just steady. So it's way colder.
So, Owen, you would be able to take advantage of what I've done. Because you just stream to Twitch. But I can't because I might not be able to because I stream through Restream.
Ah, yes.
So
I think that's what Bardi uses, is pretzel rock.
There's a setting in the stream output that configures the live stream so that the video on demand audio track is track 2. And then you can turn the music off on track 2. So that's what I've done. So in in OBS, I have got some audio captures set up. I've set 3 audio captures up, so I'm capturing audio from Zwift, I'm capturing audio from Discord, and I'm capturing audio from VLC for playing the music. So my desktop audio is disabled now, which is what I used to use for capturing the audio into OBS. And then I've configured the captured audio from everything but VLC to play on all tracks. Just disable track 2 on VLC. So if Twitch honours that track setting, then it shouldn't put audio in the video. I shouldn't put music in the video on demands, but the audio from Discord and the audio from Zwift should still be there, and the microphone. Yeah, I don't use voice meter. That was a thought yesterday, use voice meter. But then I figured if you go to add a source for your scene, if you're running a current version of OBS, then right at the top is application audio capture, beta. But it seems to work. The other benefit is that I no longer have to mute desktop audio before I play the intro or outro. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Just waiting for Rick to get to the top. Come on, hurry up. I want to do a descent party with you.
Almost there.
Yeah. Well, I could do that now, Owen. I could start playing Radio 1 on in Firefox, and it would not go to the stream anymore. I'd hear it, but it wouldn't go to the stream. And I could do the same with VLC. I could send the output of VLC to another output, and it would still appear in the stream, but I wouldn't hear it in my headphones. I'll send you some screenshots. In fact, why don't I do this? Hey, you've stopped. Where have you gone?
Ah, okay. I like something that's great. Uh-oh. Alright, I'll be moving again.
Oh, this is good. That won't work. Let me get back onto Rick here. Go.
A 90-day PR should be leaving sometime this month. Then I don't have to look at it anymore.
Right. Whee, look at that. There's Owen. Let me see what I see. So I've got these. That one there. Well, I don't want that one anymore. I've got these 3 audio captures here, and they are bringing the audio in from Discord, as the name implies, VLC and Zwift. And then, that down here, in the advanced audio properties, in the sources, yeah, you'll see I've unchecked screen 2, sorry, track 2, but I've also got to go into, going here without into the stream settings and the output, check this, and there's another one underneath it when you stream into Twitch which says VOD on track 2, and I can't check that because I'm streaming to Restream, not to Twitch. So I don't know. We'll see. That now. So that's what I've done. And then, like I said, my default audio, my desktop audio, I can just leave that muted now. Don't get any other sounds going out on the stream. And you only get sounds. You only start streaming the sounds on the scenes that you have those 3 things on. Those 3 sources configured in. So I don't have it in the intro and outro, so I no longer need to mute audio when I switch to the outro. So bonus. That's why I used to make Rick say goodbye, because as soon as he said that, I'd mute the desktop audio so that the outro didn't get messed up.
When did you stop?
Well, I don't.
Did you
What do
stop
you mean I
today?
used to? Well, no, I
you
don't
said
need
I
to
used
ask
to.
you to do it and mute that desktop audio anymore.
Okay.
As soon as I switch scenes to the outro, then desktop audio, Discord will be
No more.
automatically muted.
No more goodbye. I'll just say it in the beginning.
I got that track as part of the
Make
outro.
sure I get it.
So the music that I play on the outro. So also on the outro music, I've unchecked that track, so I don't play music to the VOD on intro or outro. In theory, I play that music as part of the scene,
Thanks, buddy.
not from VLC.
I think my bass is starting to get back. Heart rate's
It's
still
all
kind of
about the
on high
bass.
end,
No treble.
but it's
Sorry.
my heart rate's still on the high end of the zones, but at least it's back in the zone. Except for standing up, I have nothing with standing up. I just went up to high tempo heart rate by standing up doing zone 2. At least I think it was zone 2. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do every other turn. I'm going to stand up for that whole section. Yeah, see, like right now, mid 150s for tempo. That's good. I'll take it. Here's low tempo.
Big results dump. Just landed on Owen's desk. Just
Oh,
imagine Rick going through that with his coat and his hat on and his fingerless gloves going through a big results dump on his desk.
Man, I did my entire weightlifting session with my sweatshirt on and a hood up. Usually I shed that pretty quickly. It's like kind of one of those things where I don't think my basement's necessarily colder right now, but I'm colder. Everything is just cold. Crazy when everything dips this low for this long. But I haven't had to use a single bit of fuel to heat, so that's an accomplishment. Oh shoot, I was supposed to be, or no, not there yet. Stand after 13.
What?
I'm standing, doing a standing drill every other turn, if I remember. It's kind of nice to reset and go small again. The requirements are a lot less now. I feel like I had a beneficial ride. I don't think I lost too much. I know I kept my strength. I think all in all, the rest was good. I probably could have done it more efficiently if I would have just tapered for the whole month instead of resting, but I had trouble trying to ride at a tapered level. Lots of confliction in my mind. It's kind of easier to just stop completely. Oh. That was a really hard section. I'm trying to stay steady still. Almost 170.
Sounding pretty inefficient for my heart rate too.
Whew. Oh yeah, standing up is activating the quads pretty well. I had to skip all my leg workouts as well, except for hamstring workouts because of my back today. So this will do it with the standing.
I have to go and get a mince pie. I'm getting a bit hungry. I'll be right back.
All right. Thanks, Spooky. Thanks, Lamar.
I suppose if they're all giving you ride-ons, I should give you one as well. I changed my mind. I got Jaffa Fix instead. Wow. Yeah. What? Well, I know how long you're going to be standing for the next one.
Yes. I chose the wrong one, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the legs farted. Well, I need longer. My heart rate jumps. Wow, look at it, still up. Whew. Gotta keep
That's
it at
not
02 right now.
Never really did finish the
Yeah, well.
story about the site shooting themselves in the foot, did I? So, while this bridge between the side of the building and the crane, this is a PLC on the crane that needs a network connection. So we're trying to replace the bridges because the equipment that they've got on them at the moment is no longer supported. But they put the new equipment on, and it had a lot of problems. So they took it off and put the old stuff back on, and moved the new stuff to a room not very far away from the crane, so that they could test it. And then started having all kinds of problems with the old stuff. Well, the bridge on the crane has been associating or connecting to the new stuff rather than to the old stuff. And it's just not connected to the network, so it connects, but it hasn't got anything to talk to.
Yeah.
And they've been trying to figure out what the problem is with that for months. Well, I figured it out in like 5 minutes last night.
Why did they put the maintenance department on this?
I mean,
Do they even know their job?
If so, there's a couple of things going on here. I mean, one, it's pretty obvious to me that what's going on, and the other thing is that if I'd configured these other bridges up so they were going to be on at the same time as the new bridges, that is, if I configured the new bridges up so that they were going to be on at the same time as the old bridges, I'd have configured them with different wireless SSIDs, so they're not going to cause problems. But no, that was, I guess that's too obvious. We have a meeting with the network team every 2 weeks. I think I'll be talking about this then. Nearly eaten half a pack of Jaffa cakes. No, I have eaten half a pack of Jaffa cakes. I shouldn't have brought them down here. I should have just brought a couple down here. Oh well.
Are you still in Wisconsin?
Am I still in Wisconsin? I think so.
Where'd you get all these British streets?
Let me click my heels together. See what happens. Aldi. And they're German.
Oh, really? Oh, those are German. I don't know.
Well, Jaffa cakes, yeah, Jaffa cakes should be British. They're a British thing, but
Shouldn't they be Jaffa cakes?
that the German ones might be. We'd have to ask Annette. She was riding with Uffe this morning.
Nice. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, the next standing one is going to be really long.
Yep.
I might feel this coming down the stairs tomorrow.
You switch to the handbike at the top. No.
Probably, yeah. Ooh, man, my back is really sore. Thought I was doing better last night. And then this morning when I first got up, I was like, okay, feel it a little, but doesn't feel as bad. Then once I sat down to eat breakfast, it's so uncomfortable. Cycling does not help. I'm not stopping. I've ridden through worse and had it still get better.
Yeah, you do get to sit down for the other long one. 4 to 3.
Yeah, I'm being very careful to stick to zone 2 on these sit down parts now that I've developed this routine. Except right here it gets tough. All right. Man, this really gets me because when I do Mount Washington at the end of the summer, like riding this, when you really feel it on 100% difficulty, like when it gets to 11% and stuff, like, it just makes Mount Washington seem so bad. That instead, you're just chilling at 12%. And then once in a while, bumps up to 14%. Means I have to try to find a 12% climb. It'd be nice to just get used to some longer climbs at 12%. But I don't think they make too many of them that are just a steady, 1 hour of 12%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Oh, don't look at it.
Don't look at what?
Don't look at the map. Everywhere I look, there's a map. Too many screens up. Straight ahead.
Well, don't ride straight ahead. You'll go into the snowbank.
Oh, man, it hurts. Wow. Wow, so much work just for standing up. Not even trying to hit a high zone. Wow. Well, that's beneficial right there. I think I'm going to try to do this every week with my goal of 1 alp a week. Because my other goal is to get better at standing up. Oh, thanks. All right, Andy.
I'll mention it.
Okay, I won't. I retract my previous statement. Ooh, I gotta remember to drink on this one. I was thinking about that the whole last one. Why didn't I take a drink? A lot of mouth breathing. Very dry air.
That's got to be the altitude on the Alp, has it?
It is. Mountains are notoriously dry. Nice. We'll switch it up and do a short one. And then a longer zone 2-ish. Oh, we've hit it right there. Right now is when Nette and I were crossing the line at the top. That was insane that day. It's amazing how much easier it is when you have someone though, that you just can't lose their wheel. And they just can't lose yours. And then they beat you by 10 seconds. Oh. Wow. Burning. Ah. I gotta say though, breaking this up into standing intervals makes it go by quicker. That's for sure.
I guess it just breaks the monotony.
Like what I've been doing with planks. I don't know if I can do, well, very, very tough to do a 4-minute plank. But if every 30 seconds I do a little, I don't know what they're called, but when you bring knee up, knee up, knee up, then it breaks it up and all of a sudden, I mean, it still hurts at the end, but I can do it. I can do it. Still amazed at the guy who did, I'm not even sure what it was. It was like, I think it's definitely over 8 hours of planking for the world record. It's just insane. How do you, who even wants to do that?
I don't know. Not my idea of fun, that's for sure.
9 hours, 38 minutes, and 47 seconds. I mean, this guy's face in this snapshot looks like my face after 3 minutes. Did it in Pilsen in the Czech Republic. Probably had a Pilsner after. Or not. So there's a miracle happening right now. Well, I don't know. But I'm not feeling the side of my back that actually has been hurting. I'm feeling the other side. Okay. Wow, so body feels so tired. Apparently there's a dog up here somewhere. Here barking in the sound effects. Yeah, back hurts.
One more turn.
New cat of mine. The big fan of picking up random objects around the house and just laying them in the middle of the floor. Much like Grace. Oh. Thanks for the ride on, Jim.
I'm not seeing the first meeting of the day is.
You drove me to your house. We had a pretty good time, but I still think twice about the way we said goodbye. You walked me to the door. You didn't feel so good. I didn't know what for. And awkwardly we stood. I'm sorry if I'm awkward. I'm so silly and competent. I can't forgive myself for it. I don't know how to stop it, but do you think you could pretend I never made this thing awkward? We haven't talked in a while, and I still wonder why. 'Cause I'm still in denial. I think that
Hey, stand up.
everything's fine. There's no apology.
Oh, this one's freestyle.
Just hoped you'd understand. Right now
Well, in that case, I'm going to only give you gloves when you get to the top.
we started.
No wheels for you.
I'm sorry if I'm awkward. I'm so silly and competent. I can't forgive myself for it. I don't know how to stop it, but do you think you could pretend I never made this thing awkward? Awkward. I never meant to hurt you. In my defense, I was kinda nervous. Forgive me if I said something to hurt you. It's only because I was kinda nervous. I'm sorry if I'm awkward. I'm so silly and competent. I can't forgive myself for it. I don't know how to stop it, but do you think you could pretend I never made this thing awkward?
And what do you think you're going to get?
A lot of.
New pair of lungs.
I mean. Ah. Oh, wheels.
Wheels. Nice.
Ah, almost at 101. Whew. Ah, wow. Where's braking?
What are you looking for?
Oh, braking. I've been needing braking lately
Why?
to stop. So that I can change bikes.
We just hit A.
Ah. Well, actually, yeah, I could, couldn't I? I do have a keyboard here now. Where is it? There it is.
What, the handbike at the bottom?
Oh! Well, it's in the middle now, because I use it enough, I guess. Wow, for you, it's at the top. You only use concept and handbike. Or maybe it's because it's most recent.
No, I used the Athos for the climb.
Did my screen just go away?
No.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit of lag going on. Oh, wow, my back is so tense now.
Started getting some background noise coming in with you as well.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. I see it. Why? Maybe it's better. Might have been moving down into the fan. Oh, no, there it is again. Stop it.
Don't worry about it.
Ooh. You're waiting for the last possible second. Oh yeah, your bike isn't even going, is it?
Oh, no, I can pop to you now. Because I'll get 60 minutes, 60 seconds of what? The destination you selected is no longer available. What are you talking
I'm right
about,
here.
Zwift?
As it connects to me.
Yeah.
Oh, it just left you there.
Yeah. Again, it says the destination you selected is no longer available. Here I am, right behind you.
Oh. Wow, that's a good stretch. Ah, man. So the other day when I went to the bike shop, I went to a different bike shop that's closer to my house. And I usually join them for their group rides because they have the no feelings group rides where hang or ride by yourself. type of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, I went in there. Really cool guy that owns it, but he was it was like he was trying to convince me to do all these other sports that everybody does. And I'm like, the only sports I do during winter is snow blowing because I have to, minimal shoveling, and running from warm heat source to heat source. I just don't find myself getting out to do cross country or fat biking, or like I'm almost ready to call it quits on outdoor biking when the temperature in the morning gets down to 40. You're talking to the wrong guy. Just doesn't bring me joy to do things in the snow. I don't know why. Although I do have to say I did have a lot of fun going sledding the other weekend.
Yeah, fat tire is pretty fun in the snow.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is I also can't afford a new sport. I already have things I still want to get for cycling that I gotta wait for. Last thing I need to do is start adding in other sports. And I'm also one of those people that I have trouble adding extra sports because I want to do every single one. I want to do each one to the fullest of my ability. And if I add too many, I start not being able to do it as well. It was a big job just adding in a little strengthening because I feel like it's just a separate sport, even though it's really just maintenance. But Are you really that far ahead of me just from steering?
Yeah.
All right, I guess I got to get on it here. I thought I get to play controllers, I'll finally be able to keep up with Andy.
You were 6 seconds ahead of me at the top of the hill. We left that other cyclist behind. And then I slowly caught you up.
I wish this had like a PlayStation controller adjustment. I'd be able to steer better.
Yeah, I haven't pedalled at all. I'm just stood by the side of my bike here.
Wow, you are still gaining on me and I'm steering. What's your weight on this thing? I think we're the same weight, right?
It's 154.
Yeah. I think mine's at 155 right now.
It's got to be the hat.
Destroying this guy. The heart?
It's got to be the hat or the ears.
Oh, the hat.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I know, Zwift Insider did a whole article about the research into the squirrel hat, and it was significant gains. Don't try looking it up. It's hard to find.
No. You got to look with his nuts.
I'm just a squirrel in the world. It's all that I'll ever be.
So apparently the National Park Service posted some words of advice for squirrel watchers the other day. We'll get to the bottom here and I'll read it out and get to a point where I can not steer for a bit.
Yeah. I saw a video yesterday of a guy on a conference call at his desk, and then something moves and he just stops with talking and like looks to the side. And he's looking around, and then all of a sudden you just see this bushy-tailed animal move across the floor, and all of a sudden this guy just starts flipping out, just screaming. And yeah, he grabbed a baseball bat and he's like not even doing anything with it, just holding it and freaking out. It was quite a reaction.
Yeah, so the National Park Service said this: most squirrel bites originate at the front, or the bitey end, of the squirrel. Be a smart wildlife watcher and avoid the bitey end.
The nibbly end. Yeah, I've never been that close to a squirrel's bitey end.
I've been that close to a chipmunk's bitey end when he decided to get stuck in one of our traps.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like I've held one before, but I don't know, I still didn't feel like I got that close to the bitey end.
Well, this chipmunk decided to just give me a friendly nibble. It didn't bite me. It was just I'm not doing that kind of nibble. When I tried suggesting to him that he backed out of the hole that he was stuck in, rather than trying to go forwards, because there was no way his hips were going through this hole that he'd decided he could get out of.
Yeah.
I ended up having to cut a larger hole in the side of the trap to get him out. That was Owen's just come back. He said that was a longer minute than he expected. Yeah, I don't know if you heard, Owen, but I just had a mind's eye view of you looking over this big pile of paperwork with your hat on and your coat on and your fingerless gloves. Well, it's sending me right, which I guess will keep me going for a little bit longer.
What is the temperature there, Owen? Outside.
Hopefully, it'll get me to 13k. I don't know though.
Oh man, I went the wrong way, so I could get a little extra distance out of this. In English. That's what I was planning on doing. I'm trying to get better with the metric system here.
So,
But I still have to
were you here earlier on
I do
when Rick was telling us a story about his forklift driving? He used centimeters. I had to stop him and ask him if he completely converted now. I'm going to have to pedal now, aren't I? To get to 13. Yeah. And I've taken the belt off. I'm 12.9. This could be stage. I can't steer.
2 or 3. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But that is also that southerner blood in you, you know? I mean, there was a time this winter when I did feel cold inside when it was 2 or 3 degrees. But
Well,
that was before we all of a sudden started hitting these 2-week blocks of being well below zero every day. But right now it's -8 with a feels like of -16. And with that wind, it just sucks. It's horrible.
well, thank
But
you for
no,
the extra
no.
distance there, Rick.
That was fun. Good time. Wow, my heart rate's kind of coming around a little bit. Still a little high, but I'm at, what's that? 150 average for that. My average power was 190. I'm guessing it was higher for my actual work. It's coming along. It's coming along. I always get a little freaked out when I come back from resting because of that heart rate, but I think I'm getting used to it. But it does get me down. And I get
All right.
concerned that I left too much.
Well, I'm going to let you say it.
I don't know what to say. Let's see. All right, I'll just say bye. All right,
Thank
bye-bye
you.
now.
There we go. All right. Cheers, Owen. Enjoy your dump of results, and I'll hopefully see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.
Enjoy your